Hello, I am Catherine.
And I'm Lizzie, and we're Ward Thomas. I think we're going to be answering some questions in the cup. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Okay. Question number 1. For anyone who hasn't seen you live, how would you describe a Ward Thomas live show?
So, do you want to answer that? You've got an idea?
I think we like to change it up now and then. Every tour is different. We like to show development and growth. I think this time round, for those of you who have seen us before, I think we're mixing it up a little bit. We're trying out, we're pushing ourselves out of our comfort zones a little bit more.
It's been fun because now we have 3 albums of material. We've been crafting it a little bit, so I think that hopefully you'd see a varied performance, a very vocal performance. It's very much about our vocals, but we've got some amazing musicians behind us. So
for those of you who haven't seen us before, Catherine just described it. It's
very
all about the vocals.
All about the vocals. Question number 2. Did you always know that you wanted to make country music? No,
I think we love country music. We're very heavily influenced by country music, but we've never set out to be specifically country artists because I think we love loads of different genres. And we grew up on a farm, and I think we very naturally surrounded ourselves in authentic kind of country vibes.
Yeah. But we've always loved country music, as we've always been fans of country. So I think we found that it naturally happened that way, but we never knew that it was actually going to be that genre.
We never ever, when we write a song, we never plan to write in a specific genre anyway. But next question.
What's the most personal song on Restless Minds? There's a lot
of this. The reason why we called Restless Minds is
because it's about having a restless mind.
Yeah, and it's probably the most honest album we've ever produced, I think. But I think probably the most personal one, I think, is This Too Will Pass.
Yeah, it's about us and our relationship.
It could be about anything, but for us, we closed the album with that song because, the album, I think, takes you on a journey of 2 people with restless minds, and I think that song, This Too Will Pass, is kind of like closing the book on what you've been through and accepting what's to come next.
Yeah. How would you describe the country scene in the UK? I would say the country scene in the UK is a very evolved and very exciting scene. There are so many people involved in it now, and there's such an eclectic mix of things going on, and it's really exciting. I'd describe it as exciting.
I think if you go to the C2C festival, that describes it
really well. Yeah, there's so much going on, and there's so many different voices, so many different songs that are coming out of it, so I would say it's very exciting.
And I think what I think is exciting about country over here in the UK is people are doing their own version of country music. They're doing it from what they've been brought up around, Wandering Hearts, they're writing songs from a British perspective, from their upbringing, what we try and do. And
we can't they're coming on the road.
I think people are more and more less pretending to be from Tennessee and more kind of taking it from a British perspective.
Country music at the core is about authenticity, it's about families, it's about values, and that's universal, so I think that it works in the UK really well. The last question.
Empty cup.
An empty cup. I'll put this over
here. Okay, last question. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you on tour? Loads.
I don't know how gruesome we can get. The most embarrassing thing that happened to me, I think, was we were on stage in Lincoln. And it was a really, really hot evening, and we were stood on stage, and I felt like we were all dripping with sweat. We were just boiling, and people were handing out water in the audience, and I said, I hope everyone is suitably lubricated.
No, I think it's when your flies were undone, and the lady in the front.
Well, I meant I hope everyone is suitably hydrated. By the way. But I said the wrong thing.
I think it was when your flies were undone, and a really nice, motherly lady in the front row was like,
Your flies are so I had to just spin around, do up my zip, and it was so embarrassing.
I had a laughing fit on stage once, and I couldn't stop. There was no way I could stop laughing.
It's so hard.
And then Catherine joined in, and I was just like, oh my god, this is. And then I have moments where my mind wanders off and I forget lyrics. Yeah. And it's really obvious, you can't hide it. And then
Yeah, that's bad. When we've forgotten lyrics, I remember actually there was a bit where there was this big swell and everything, all the band is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and Lizzie's meant to start the song and then everything goes quiet, and it was Carry Home.
Oh, it was the last
and it goes,
song.
When it all comes, but Lizzie came in at the wrong time.
I didn't come in.
And she was like, oh, sorry.
And instead of coming up, I was like, oh, sorry, I won't
I
try.
messed that one up a bit. It was quite funny. Yeah. Everyone laughed. It broke the ice, actually.
And when you need a wee in the middle of a set, it's not good.